10 things I know to be true about college football. Number 10, for your viewing pleasure. Um, Texas Tech should have a QB controversy if Potts throws some interceptions at the beginning of next game. He should be benched and put in Sheffield. I like the Sheffield kid. He's a walk on. He does good things. He makes smart decisions with the ball. Potts, I still think he could be a great player, but throw the ball to our receivers. And sorry about the concussion, dude, but the cowboy thing, it's not working for you. I know you're from Abilene or somewhere up there, Brownfield, I don't know, but get rid of the cowboy goatee. It's making other goatees look bad right now. Number 9, U of H. Thanks for playing. You're a decent team right now. I thought you were good. I thought you were good, borderlining on really good, and you disappointed me. You lost to UTEP. I don't like that by 2 touchdowns. UT just beat him like 800-4. Yeah, I know. It's funny that UTEP got 2 safeties in that game, but I don't know how it happened. So, anyways, I like your offense though, and Casey Keenan should be a front runner for the Heisman at this point. Number 8. This is political, and I don't know why it's on here, but Glenn Beck is a moron. He hates everything about America, but he claims we're the greatest country on earth. You can't have it both ways, Glenn. If you hate everything about America right now, then we're not the greatest country on earth. And I dare you to say we're not the greatest country on earth on your next show. Do it, Glenn. You won't. You know why? Because you're a... I won't even say that word. But it rhymes with wussy. And I'm not going to say it because I'm better than that. Okay? Say we're number 12 in the world or whatever. Say we're the TCU of nations right now, as far as college football goes, for reference. And TCU's not bad, but I still think we're the best country in the nation. I still think we're Florida right now. All right? 7. I read a blog that said Texas Tech fans bleed scarlet and black. No, we don't. Okay? A&M fans bleed maroon and white because it's always been maroon. It's its own special shade, and it looks good. As much as I don't like the university or where they decided to put it, or the dudes that shave their heads, or the fact that they don't have female cheerleaders everywhere else in the world. You're required to have female cheerleaders. 2 requirements for cheerleaders. 1, they're hot. 2, they're female. Not at A&M. No, no, no. Can't play those rules. Those guys got to shave their heads, whatever. But they have maroon and white, which is pretty cool colors. I can't hate on that. Burnt orange and white, it's not a good color. It's just not. Burnt orange is a horrible color. It's ugly color. But it is burnt orange. It's its own specific color. So they can have their own designation. Texas Tech is not scarlet and black. We're red and black. We've always been red and black. We don't need new terms for what color our jerseys are. You want to be fuchsia and black? You want to go there? Because we can go there. But there's no point. There's no point. We're just red and black. Be happy with that. Number 6. UT will lose to OU in 2 weeks. Because UT is overrated, and they deserve to lose to OU in 2 weeks. They haven't really played anybody. They played Tech, and Tech played pretty good against them. Kind of gave them a game. But OU is a good team that lost to a borderline great Miami team on the road. And I just see him beating UT. If Bradford's in there and he goes crazy, it's not even going to be close. UT just doesn't have the receivers this year to do it. Unless some other receivers step up. Jordan Shipley's a good player, but it kind of reminds me of like Roy Williams being the best receiver on the Cowboys. That's why the offense has trouble. Jordan Shipley's a good player. He'll probably play in the NFL, but he's not a great player to be on a great team to win a national championship. That's my opinion. Prove me wrong, Jordan. You're a great kick returner, by the way. I shouldn't make this personal about anybody. This is not personal. Jordan, if you play really well, I'll go fishing with you and Colt McCoy, and I'll put on a little fishing hat. Be like, hey, we're going fishing. And then, like, the Austin media will just lick themselves to that video. Okay. Number 5. No way Miami's worse than TCU. No way TCU's number 11, TCU's number 10, and Miami's number 11. Miami is number 10 and TCU's number 11. I think the voters just got those two numbers reversed. They were like, TCU 10, Miami 11. Wait a second. We're dyslexic. That's just not right. It's not. Miami is much, much better than TCU. And I'm not dogging on TCU right now. TCU's a good team. I said it, Dan and Ed. I said it. TCU's a good team. They're top 15 legit. Okay? But they're not better than Miami. And you can't defend that. No. Miami's better. Okay, number 4. This goes back to politics. Obama, do something. Do something now. Okay? I was going to have a whole skit prepared about this. How you're not doing anything. And I was angry about it. And I was going to call you out on it, homie. I woke up with this idea in my head, like Sunday morning, like I'm going to do a skit about it. Little did I know, the cat poop guy from Anchorman on Saturday Night Live stole the idea from me. So, thank you, Mr. Cat Poop guy from Anchorman, for stealing my thunder. Or beating me to the punch, or whatever you call it. I actually spit on the microphone, or the computer. I'm so mad. I'm sorry about that. Number 3. Texas A&M is bad. Much worse than they should be at football. You get a top 15 recruiting class every year. And you're horrible. That's not fair, because Tech never gets a top 15 recruiting class. Maybe because they're in Lubbock, and it gets really cold in the winter, and it's always windy, and it never rains, and stuff like that. I personally kind of like Lubbock. It's got some charm to it. It's got its detractors, I know. But Texas A&M is getting better recruits. And Tech was number 2 in the nation last year. A&M was number 102 in the nation. But they're getting better recruits. And then they're still not winning. If you're going to out-recruit us, the least you can do is be a better football team. Okay? Thank you. I would appreciate that. Number 2. The SEC is overrated. Florida and Alabama are legit right now. LSU is not. LSU has beaten nobody. Georgia has beaten nobody. So they shouldn't have been number 12, and LSU shouldn't have been number 4, and LSU got a national championship with 2 losses. That shouldn't happen. That's why college football needs a playoff. You don't need a 2-loss national champion unless they've gone through the gauntlet and won like a 16-team playoff. Enough said. Oh, and LSU gets to play in the Sugar Bowl or whatever, the Superdome when they play, and that's like right in their home state. I'm real mad at you right now, LSU. Real mad. I know you got a player that ran a 3.1740 this year or something, but I'm not digging it right now. You're not a great football team yet. You beat Florida, you're on your way there. Finally, Tim Tebow. That brings me to Tim Tebow. Stop deifying this guy. Stop printing gold-plated speeches on your stadiums dedicated to him while he's still a student. That makes you look kind of ridiculous. After he leaves, maybe. And it's just a speech at a press conference. He's not running for office. He didn't heal the world of cancer. He's a good football player. Also, he's not the greatest football player ever to play college football. Earl Campbell, what's the dude from Georgia? Herschel Walker. A lot of great players. He's in that conversation if he goes 12-0, wins the Heisman Trophy, and leads them to victory in a bowl game with an amazing performance. He's in the conversation. But right now, he's not the best. So let's stop that. That's getting him overhyped. I like the kid, and he seems like a likable kid and a good player, but that's as far as it goes right now. Thank you for watching.